Hey, everybody, it's Picks in Deep. Potentially the last edition. Definitely the last edition with this flow. Say goodbye to the kids' long hair.
Oh,
Finally get to cut it. More excited for a haircut than I've ever been in my entire life. Gotta say.
what are you going to do? Are you cutting it all off?
It's all going to go, buddy. No more hats on Picks in Deep, all right? No more hiding the top of this disgusting mop. So let's see if I can pay for my haircut with tonight's winnings. I'm going to start with this. I told everybody to bet the sweep plus 550. I saw you in the YouTube comments, not Justin Bourne. I mean, the yous who are watching this thing. I don't care if I'm potentially jinxing it. Just the fact that we got here, the amount of hate, even for YouTube comments, eat it that we're here, even with the potential for it. Because right now, the sweep is minus money, right? Tampa Bay is favored yet again. Justin Bourne, you have basically hammered home the bet Tampa Bay. Are you with the mayor, though, of Tampa Bay, who thinks that they should lose this game and head back to Tampa for the closeout in Game 5?
I can't do it. I'm sure she's a lovely woman, but that you can't do that. I said at the start of this round, I was like, now Montreal is going to pay me back for all the money they've lost me, and it's been going great. I also bet the sweep plus 550, so I'm hanging on that. Normally, I would hedge. If you know me as a bettor at all, I would hedge. I can't do it. Tampa's the better team. Tampa tonight in regulation plays plus 110. I'm doing that. I'm sticking with Tampa all the way through until they complete the job.
I'm going to have a small happiness hedge on my plus 550 sweep. It just makes sense to be betting Montreal for me. I can't double down on Tampa Bay tonight. I will say that I'm going to put 2 sprinkles on them because Montreal at plus 218 to win in regulation feels like a bet that I kind of have to make at this point. I'm also going to take Montreal in regulation. But again, it's mostly for hedge purposes. It's most of you who have bet the plus 550 before this thing started. If you do have the Tampa Bay sweep, the smart move is to bet the other side so that you at least come out on top with something. The play I'm making tonight, though, is very simple. I'm going to go with tried, tested, and true, which is my Shea Weber under shots because it's carried me to money all the way through. It's back down to minus 161. It's been the bet of the playoffs. It's hit over and over and over again. I think I've only missed it once since I started betting it. But the other is the under. It's under 4.5 for regulation goals is plus 127. My line of thinking here is simply this. I don't think either goaltender played very well in the last game. Mm-hmm. And I just anticipate a very high intensity, close checking game where Montreal does not want to get swept. And when Montreal doesn't want to get swept, what do? They go back to that extreme defensive shell. They try to keep Montreal on the outside. And I think that this is a pride game for Carey Price. I don't think that he's as bad as his sub 900 save percentage has been through these first 3 games. I think that Vasilevsky had some aberration goals in the last one. So at that plus number to get 4.5 with this Montreal team in this scenario, I like it a lot.
And I agree with all your logic there. That makes a lot of sense to me. My reasoning. So my bet is over 2.5 for Tampa Bay, which actually plays minus 125, minus 127 actually. So it's nice payout. And I just feel like even if Montreal does what you're talking about, keeping Tampa Bay to 2 goals just hasn't even seemed possible. They've made very few mistakes, and every time they make one, it's in the back of their net. And I think they had that vibe before that even if we make mistakes, Price has got us. It feels more tenuous now, like every mistake can go end up in their net. So I still feel like Tampa Bay is going to get their 3 tonight. So minus 127, I like that.
If you do like Tampa Bay tonight, I would also suggest betting the empty net goal at plus money, just from the standpoint of Montreal being in the position that they're in, more likely to pull the goalie earlier. If you look at last game as a template, you're down in this game, you're throwing everything against the wall. You could see a goalie pull in this game if they're down a goal or 2 at the 4-minute mark, right? This is one of those games where you're
betting that. That's really smart.
Having a lot of time for an empty netter. The more time, the better. So yeah. Do you have anything else?
Yeah, Montreal over 31.5 shots is minus 120. I think there's going to be a push. They're at home.
Yeah. That's a lot of shots for Montreal, but
it is a lot.
I'll take it because Tampa really has been unafraid in this series to give up shots and just to say, hey, Vasilevsky will handle it. And so far,
Smythe us out of here, bud.
It's between 2 guys. At this point, it's between Kucherov and it's between Vasilevsky. Yeah. To me, the money should be on Kucherov. I just think that if you look at the totality of what he's done, we do these lifetime achievement award things at times, but Kucherov to me has been Tampa's best player throughout the playoffs. he's been their leader. He's just everything to them. And so Vasilevsky probably had it for me, if not for game 3, where he lets in a couple bad stinker goals. I just look at his margin for error tonight as, if Vasilevsky gets a shutout, I think he wins. And if he doesn't, I think he loses. So I'm going to be betting on Kucherov, the best player on the best team, to win the award.
Makes sense to me.
Okay. If you like our picks, follow us on Instagram at JD Bunkis, at JT Bourne. Shoot us a DM. Let us know what you're playing. Talk to you soon. Hopefully, maybe not.